like that footprint thing you're talking about, like it's gonna drop, and then like everything in general. But I just don't
The issue we're
understand.
really going to see, which is far more depressing to consider, is we're going to have a situation where by 2050, we're effectively going to have a third of the world's population living in environments where you're going to be seeing 50-degree days.
And
Yeah.
and the thing is,
And
you're gonna
that's unlivable. We're talking like heat stroke in the shade after 6 hours sort of
Yeah.
temperatures.
and the
So you're going to have a migration of 2 billion people to where?
Yeah.
Russia.
'Cause
Mars.
well, we had 10 million people try to migrate from Syria due to a number of issues, and consider the geopolitical fallout from that. Like the result of the changes to the environment are going to be mass murders at borders of countries that aren't affected by it. That's the depressing reality that'll be occurring in our lifetimes, and that terrifies me. Like that's depressing.
Just quickly to pop it in, I've just put that link in the chat for anybody that's listening live.
Yeah. And like, you see that it scares me as well. It's like if you look at that the environmental issues as well, and like trying to figure that stuff out. Like you get 50-degree days, and then animals and everything that's outside of 50-degree days will get decimated.
About 60% of all mammals have died since have gone missing since the 1970s.
Yeah. And I don't know how many people know about this, but there've been 5 mass extinctions in Earth's history.
We're the second fastest. We're second only to the giant rock.
yeah. So they're in Earth's life history, which is about 450 million years. We are the 6th mass extinction right now.
Yeah,
and they're still researching. Is it a mix of like an interglacial kind of thing and us? No, it's not. But people like to skew it like that. It is, I believe, it's very much anthropogenically caused.
Yeah,
but
I don't think, given particularly in the last decade, the advances we've made in the understanding of exactly what the fuck we're doing to the environment have made it very clear that it's not worth moderating our opinions on what's going to happen.
No,
and what's causing what's happening. It is absolutely our fault, and it is absolutely something that we need to fix.
I think,
and
as much as this, like, I mean, I'm saying this.
I voted Greens. I have a conscious vote.
Anyway, and I hope that, like, I don't want this to happen to me. I'm selfish. I'm a human, right? Like, I want me to live, but I believe, like, within the next probably 100 or so years, this planet, it existed for so long before us. It will exist after us. How?
That's the issue.
How we don't know. But
George Carlin in what is now a rather outdated skit. I can link it, but I'm pretty sure some of it's now very outdated.
Yeah.
He sort of goes on about people going, what are these people talking about? Save the fucking planet. It says what they should be talking about is that, like, the planet will be perfectly fine.
Yes,
after
absolutely.
we're gone. It's like the planet, like, talking about at this point. It's like the late 90s. Did this skit. It's going on about people saying, oh, watch out for plastic. The Earth does not give a shit about plastic. The Earth will incorporate plastic into a new paradigm. We won't be here to see it.
Yeah.
But the Earth will be fine. It's us we need to worry about.
That's the thing. Like, you don't want the plastic in oceans and stuff, but like that's not even like the big.
It's more for our own.
Yeah.
There are thing that a lot of. You go. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I'll let you continue. This is your area of.
The thing that really, I think a lot of people don't understand is, first thing I want to touch on is like a fear of plastic. I think that's really unrealistic. I think that's really unfair. Yeah, we lived without plastic. We can live without it again. But plastic does a lot for us.
A hell of a lot.
And it's just, I think we need to be aware of single-use plastic and unnecessary plastic.
Waste is the big issue.
Yeah. Unnecessary and single use is the issue. You can use plastic to build things because it's bloody useful, but you just have to be aware. Second thing is, what a lot of people don't realize is that, like, I mean, we don't realize, the most knowledgeable evolutionary scientists don't realize how many species existed before us, how many we never got to see, how many things we will never ever see. So it's like, I learned in my one of my biodiversity lectures the other week, he was talking about like frogs, and amphibians and stuff. And they found this frog in North Queensland in 1982. And the last time they ever saw it was 1983. And just think about how many things we just
don't
missed.
see.
We just
Yeah.
didn't see. We just didn't find in time. There's so many species out there, and they're going to
One
keep.
thing that I find very interesting is
Mhm.
because people say, "Oh, we're smart enough to like figure out how to wreck the planet. We're smart enough to figure out how to fix it."
Mm.
But you've got a
Politics.
situation where you have well, not even politics. You've got a situation where the extreme fringe geniuses figure out something.
Mhm.
So Thomas Midgley, in the case of say, actually I'll talk about Thomas Midgley because he's a really interesting case of a scientist with a terrible backstory.
Mhm.
You've got people who figure things out that 99.99% of people couldn't figure out.
Mhm.
You've got these extreme weirdos who figure out this problem,
Yeah.
and then everyone else just sort of jumps on the bandwagon and
Goes with
uses the results of that.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to a point where we are not smart enough to figure out the problem,
No.
how to solve a problem.
No.
And that's the inevitable
Yeah.
result
Absolutely.
of, I guess, advancement. You advance to a point where you cannot advance any further.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, the only way that this planet is ever gonna get any better is if we all just get wiped out. Bring another asteroid, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
wanna-
it.
I want to drive a
don't
Tesla
know.
before I
It's,
die.
I'd
but-
rather we didn't bring another asteroid because I
No.
personally think humans are at least try to be good for the
No,
most part.
yes, no, I do believe
It's,
that, but I think
Yeah.
in an extremist point of view, the only way that it's going to get significantly better, we're talking like p-value kind of data, is by wiping us out.
Yeah, but
And
that's
whoever
not.
it has to wipe out with us, so be
There's
it.
a-
But yeah,
Have anyone read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Watch
No, but
Douglas Adams.
my
not read it.
reptile lecturer told me to do it, and I have not done that
I
yet.
I